Good day. Welcome to Just Another Messenger, your alternative decode of the digital, the political, and the prophetic. I'm your host, Tamara L. Powered by AI, grounded in truth, and fueled by rebellion, we sift through noise to bring you what they won't say out loud. If you're ready to unplug from the matrix and plug into the message, let's begin. Today we're following the money. Not the speeches. Not the legacy news. Not the slogans. The money. Because when Congress and the White House tell the American people a bill is about public safety, but the consequences reshape global power, foreign governments, and resource control. Journalism has a duty to slow things down and ask hard questions. On April 24, 2024, President Joe Biden signed Public Law 118-50 into effect. It was presented as an emergency supplemental package, funding foreign conflicts, strengthening national security, and addressing the fentanyl crisis devastating American communities. Buried within that law is Division E, the FEND Off Fentanyl Act. The public narrative was simple. Crack down on fentanyl trafficking. Sanction foreign networks. Protect American lives. And to be clear, fentanyl is a real crisis. But legislation doesn't exist in isolation. It exists in context. Division E expands sanctions authority. It strengthens financial surveillance. It authorizes aggressive action against foreign individuals and entities accused of narcotics trafficking. What it does not explicitly do is declare war. It does not authorize invasion. It does not grant Congress-approved permission to seize a sovereign nation's resources. But here's where history matters. For decades, the United States has followed a pattern. Emergency legislation. Broad national security language. Expansive executive interpretation. From the Gulf of Tonkin to post-9/11 authorizations, to modern sanctions regimes, the line between law enforcement, economic warfare, and military action has steadily blurred. Fast forward to now. The United States has entered Venezuela. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has been captured along with his wife. Venezuelan state assets, including oil infrastructure, are now under U.S. control or influence. The justification? Narcoterrorism, national security, long-standing indictments. So here's the question no one wants to sit with. If Congress never declared war, and if Public Law 118-50 never authorized military invasion, where exactly does this authority come from? Legal analysts point to a familiar answer. Executive authority stacked on top of sanctions law, emergency powers, and national security precedent. In other words, a structure where Congress funds the machine, and the executive decides how far it goes. Now let's be honest. Venezuela doesn't just have political problems. Venezuela has oil, rare minerals, strategic geography, and history shows us this truth. Resource-rich nations rarely become security concerns by accident. For the American people, this raises serious issues. A war's funded without clear consent. A law's sold as protection but used as leverage. Executive actions moving faster than public accountability. This isn't about one president. Not Biden. Not Trump. This is about a system whereby partisan legislation packages global conflict, domestic fear, and foreign control into bills too large to question and too urgent to slow down. The fentanyl crisis is real, but so is constitutional responsibility. When laws written for sanctions evolve into justifications for military action, the public deserves transparency, not silence. Because democracy doesn't collapse overnight. It erodes, one emergency at a time. This has been an investigative report. If this report brought clarity, don't let it stop here. Subscribe to the channel to stay informed, stay sharp, and stay ahead of the narrative. And if you believe independent journalism matters, support the work directly via Cash App $, just another messenger. No sponsors. No filters. Just the truth documented and delivered.